Welcome back to Flint Creek Transport. My name is Justin. I'm out here in the truck yard and got a few trucks here. And I know that it was a couple videos ago or more, I kind of did a little review on this truck right here. So I had done like a 500,000 mile review. This truck was sitting here this morning. I'm like, you know what? We're going to talk a little bit about engine rebuilds. And that's one of the things I touched on in one of the last videos too. I wanted to give you guys just a quick update because, you know, the thing is, we do still rebuild our Cat engines. Our Cat engines still have issues. There's still problems, but for the most part, it's been pretty good. We have a little over 30 trucks, and a lot of them are pre-emission engines. Pretty much all of them are pre-emission engines. So you think about it, we're running about 2 million miles a year total. So every year there's 100,000 miles or 80. You know, some of these trucks are getting quite a few miles on. So at some point they're gonna get rebuilt, right? And I don't always keep you guys in the loop. So this is kind of keeping you in the loop and give you a little history of some of the engines that we rebuilt in the last little bit. One of them was truck number 128. Truck 128 is the T800. That truck is actually not here. That was the last truck we rebuilt. That had, we put a silver kit in that, did the head and more so the top end, cylinders and stuff. But that was just kind of a mild rebuild. The one before that, I think, was truck 118. That engine had about 1.5 and 1.6 maybe on, and I might have even touched on that one. I'm not sure, but that one went really good for us. But this truck was rebuilt. I mean, we haven't been rebuilding a ton of them. Like, it's been probably about every 6 months, maybe every 8 months. It kind of varies. We had one where we had to rebuild prematurely, but for the most part, like, a lot of them have been really, really solid. And that's what I want to kind of touch on a little bit, why I like these pre-emission. So this truck, for example, this is a glider, and we put this engine back in when we first got this truck. So we got this truck with 0 miles on, and this one now, he's got about 570,000 miles on it. So it's a Peterbilt 389 glider. And in those 570,000 miles, this thing, as far as engine issues, it has been very, very little. I don't think there was any issues with this truck as far as engine wise. It's been very solid. And then of course everything else is new on it, right? So it's been 570,000 miles of great running. All right, guys, hold up. 147. It's coming around here. So that truck is also a glider. And that engine we rebuilt, and I don't know exactly the miles, but I want to say it was around 800,000 or so is when we rebuilt that truck. That has a 6NZ Cat. That was one of the first gliders that I bought since buying out Terry Bodine. I think we had that truck about 4, 5, 6 years maybe. So I'll tell you, you buy enough of trucks, and after a while, it just kind of all runs together. But that engine we did rebuild, that has been one of those trucks where it runs and runs and runs. It's hardly ever in the shop. A lot of our shop, I mean, we stay busy with tires and brakes and just all the maintenance stuff, changing oils. And then, of course, we have issues with airbags, and there's transmissions, and there's this and there's that. But the nice thing, like, if I could get more of these trucks, you know, pretty much 570,000 miles of flawless, like, running good. Very little time in the shop. So that's been good. I hope now tomorrow that something major doesn't happen. That's how it goes sometimes, but it's been a great truck. So this truck, I got close to $200,000 invested in it, right? And I want to talk about another truck here, but 200,000 into that truck, and it's a lot of money, but it's been good. Or you get the option of this, for example, this Kenworth. This is truck 107. Actually, you know what? We got another truck coming around here. I think this guy has been running wheat, local for a farmer. They're doing some work on his rig. It's truck 136, one of the older Peterbilts. And the old Ravens dump trailer. Oh, check this out. We got all kinds of interruptions this morning. It's good to see this one out of the shop. That loader was in the shop for quite a while, doing some work to it. And we get to see 139 headed out. He's got to loop around and hit the road. All right, guys, let's get back to 107 here. So truck 107 is a bit of a different one. I bought this truck, I want to say, for about 26,000 or 28,000. This was years ago, back in the mid 2000s. This truck came in, I forget even what state I bought this from. I want to say it was from somewhere down south, but I can't even remember right now where exactly it came from. This truck was originally black, and it has had a cat engine. I think it is a 2WS. This is a 1999, I want to say it is here. I'll look in a second. Yeah, it's a 99 Kenworth, 13-speed transmission, pretty much our spec, and this has been a great running truck for us. We ran this truck right up until about, well, I bought it with 660,000 miles on. Tell me how I remember that, I don't know. But about 660,000 miles on when we bought it, and we ran it to 1.6, 1.7, and we ended up at that point, then we rebuilt it, and now it has 2.1 on it. So it's been a good running truck for us. It actually, I'm trying to think if it's been through an accident. I don't think it has been. The biggest thing that it gets hit up here with is corrosion, salt, and all the nasty stuff. So this is actually the second, or it was originally black, and then we painted it this plum blue. So since then, we've had some of that corrosion going on, and it's at the point where, I mean, it's hard to say if I would have done this, if I would have fixed it up, you know, kept the paint, better paint on it, you know, it probably would definitely be lasting longer. But this is the one that I'm going to switch out. I think I'm going to put this to a Aero 1 bunk. We did repaint the frame on this, and that has held up pretty good. It is probably 4 or 5 years ago. You know, it's starting to rust a little bit again, but it's been real decent. We really can't complain. But a truck like this compared to that glider, you know, you got fuel tanks that, you know, eventually they start leaking. Seems like up here, fuel tanks, you go, man, it's probably 6 to 10 years and you're going to be swapping out fuel tanks. That's just how it goes. Exhaust rots out. It's just a lot of different things on these trucks that, you know, you start having issues with. Whereas a new truck, you don't have those issues. So this truck will spend more time, a little more time in the shop. Hood mounts, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that go bad on these trucks when they start to get some age to them. But the nice thing is that these are small things that when the truck comes in for service, our shop can fix. Whereas if it was a new truck, we would have more emission issues. So then it would have to go up to Kenworth or down here to Regional and have to get fixed. and the truck's gone. So that's the kind of the frustrating part. A lot of the stuff we can, we can make it work till it comes in for a service or whatever else. But, I got had $26,000 or $28,000 invested versus 200. They've both been great trucks, and this is a little cheaper way up front, but then you have a lot more smaller repairs. You got to paint the frame, you got to paint the cab, and on and on. There's different things that you got to do to the truck to keep it going. But as a whole, as a general rule, these Kenworths or Peterbilts, whatever, but the Cat engine, that 1997, like the 5EK, 6TS, 6NZ, 2WS, that era of engines goes from about 97 to 2002, 2002 and a half maybe. But that era of engines has been awesome. And just reliability wise, day in and day out, those trucks run just day after day. And we've had Cummins, actually that old T800 dump truck that I ran that had a Cummins in it, and even the Detroits, we've had those, and we still have some, but they do tend to have a little more issues with injectors, just some odds and ends here and there. They're definitely not quite as reliable. Now, I will say, the fuel economy is definitely a little bit better on those trucks, but the reliability wise, these Cats, day in, day out, these things run, and they run really well. The best combo is a 475 Cat with 13-speed transmission. That should easily get you to 1.5 million miles, no problem. If you went out and bought, was able to get a brand new one with a 13-speed transmission, I would have no problem getting that thing to 1.5 million. All right, guys, so there you have a little look between these two trucks, right? And, like I said, Cat engines, they still need rebuilt. We still got issues sometimes with them. They're not the perfect engine, but they're a fantastic engine. And so far, these trucks have been very well to us, and that's why I keep going to the same ones, and I try to get Cat engines. And I will also, the biggest thing when I look at a truck is pre-emission. And a lot of the engines, whether it's from Cummins, Cat, or Detroit, in that 97 to 2002 time frame, is about the best engines ever built. And that truck over there, that one actually's got a C12 in it. And that's been a good truck. That one actually just got, no, that one did not get rebuilt. But that one has been rebuilt one time. All right, let's go in the shop here and see what they got going on. This truck, and so they were backing in actually. This one was running some local wheat. Guys in there working, so the liner started coming up in it. So they're getting the wheat out and got to put that back down. This truck, again, needed tanks. So one of those that every so often, so the tanks that were on this truck when I bought it, they were original tanks. So had to swap them out. Actually, what we did, I think we used one off of one of the other trucks and kind of pieced them together. I say piece them together, but some of the trucks that we buy in, the tanks are in good condition, but they don't have a split tank. Because they don't have wet line. So I used one of the good tanks, and then one of the other tanks, I think we banded. I'm not exactly sure what we did. But anyway, this one's getting updated tanks. This is truck 129. This truck has been a great truck too, by the way. Speaking of Cat engines, so this truck I bought at a Ritchie Brothers. Guys, that's right, Ritchie Brothers auction. You think you're getting a deal at a Ritchie Brothers. Sometimes they have good stuff and sometimes they don't. Let's see what the miles are. 644,142. So I want to say like 1.6 on it. I want to say that this one was right around that 800-900 range when I bought it. I should go look, see if I have the bill of sale again. But we bought this truck, did not do anything to the engine, and we still have not done anything to the engine. Like I said, older truck, you're going to have some stuff with the tanks, things like that. But this is a 97, and I want to say it's like a 5EK in that one. So, and then that 152, I think that one's getting a service, and then it's also got some, so that one's got a little bit of blow by and potentially might be needing a head. So that's been, it's been building a little pressure. So not good, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's truck 152. I think we got a couple spiders over there, a spider in the loader, and then this bay's empty. This is some tires and stuff that we're getting ready to get out of here. Some of this got to get cleaned up. We had it in one of the van trailers over there to get this cleaned up from our barbecue. But hopefully we'll get this wrapped up. A bunch of parts and stuff that are here, also from truck 104. That truck's coming in. Truck 106 is about done. So we're coming. It's taking some time, but we're getting there. All right, guys, and don't forget to check out the merch store. We got a lot of t-shirts, hoodies. I get the long sleeve, or I get the short sleeve shirts. I don't actually have these on the store, but I got t-shirts on there, I got hoodies on there. We have our own line of coffee. Again, I'm still working on trying to get down there to shoot some video of him roasting beans and bagging and the whole 9 yards and shipping them out, because it's pretty cool. And that's been awesome. And coffee right now in the summer, we're still selling a bunch, and but I'm hoping that come winter time we can actually crank out quite a bit more. So we're still kind of working out all the bugs in the system, if you say. But yeah, check out the merch line, Flint Creek Merch, or hammerdowncoffee.com, and check out the collector cards, all the good stuff we got on there. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Peace out.